Well, hey there everybody. It's not C-Store 69 here with you today. I say not because the C-Store is closed. Today we are going to take a look at how I store my gear, a quick overview of my gear, and maybe generate some questions from you guys. So stay tuned. Let's go check out the closet to start this little tour. I have this nice 3/4 zip wool that I got off of Amazon. That thing probably weighs between 5 and 6 pounds by itself. It is extremely warm. Sportsman's Warehouse. Combination of a sweatshirt on the arms and a down body. Another Sportsman's Warehouse down jacket. This one's pretty thin. This one's from COSTCO, the Eddie BAUER. That's a 650 fill with a hood, and I liked it so much I bought another one. When I just need a little sweatshirt, I have this Browning fleece. And for the rain, also from Costco, 32 degrees. I was on a work trip down to Castle Rock, Colorado, south of Denver. They have some outlet stores there, and the TERYX store had this $240 rain jacket on the closeout rack and on sale. I could not walk away with it being only $75. I have a warm shirt, another warm shirt, and another warm shirt. This one from Realtree. It's a lot warmer than you'd expect. Then for sun protection and to keep the bugs from crawling on my arms, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 different options. Sometimes I'll wear a button-up shirt, a rustic ridge, and another rustic ridge from the Sportsman's Warehouse. I have this obnoxious Digicam shirt that is great for embarrassing the brother. Got my ZPACKS ARC HAUL ZIP. I have this fanny pack style bag that's on a, I think they would call that like an H system. The harness. That's from Helicon. That bag is cool enough. I think I'll do a separate video on that. This bag here was from a local Army surplus store. I was in just wandering around and couldn't walk away from that. It was $14.99. For the longer day hikes, I have this 24-liter Camelback. For shorter day hikes, I have the TETON Sports 1200 OASIS. Going up to the top, I have 3 different ball caps to choose from, 2 different sun hats. Down below I have a cheap Walmart sleeping bag for sleeping in the truck at a trailhead. I have my Crocs, my OBOZ Bridger BDRYs, my OBOZ SAWTOOTH 2, and I have my winch, and I have my bag full of winch accessories. Next in the room you'll find this rack full of goodies. Next to it we have the Costco special mountain profile snowshoes with the matching trekking poles. The blue trekking poles are also from Costco. That's what I use for hiking. We have the GARMIN Mini hanging on the rack. I take a little thermometer just for curiosity. I have my scale. And then rather than spending money on fancy storage containers, I just use free empty boxes from Paper. This one here would be the hydration box. I have my platypus gravity feed, my cleaning syringe, my Sawyer Mini. That's the bladder for that Camelback backpack that you saw. This hose here actually goes right directly into a water bottle. Some extra hose. That lid is for that water bottle setup, because there's several different options for water bottle types, and a little bit of extra Sawyer gear. And in the next box, we'll start with this, is a first aid kit that just clamps on the belt. Whether there's MOLLE attachments or not, it just goes over the belt and snaps. This is my bathroom kit. We have some extra Kaiban tape, some extra bandages and gauze, a new tube of toothpaste, extra moleskin, wet ones, sunscreen, bug spray, hand warmers, and a safety blanket. Next box is kitchen gear. Take a look at that real quick. I have a couple containers here for cruising down the trail with some hot chocolate or something warm to drink. Got the Nalgene bottle. Got the cook kit that we'll take a look at. Sea to Summit collapsible bowl. A couple sporks. Some fuel. I have no idea why there's deodorant in here. That's garbage. Let's take a look at that cook kit. Alright, so we have the titanium TERYX 550 milliliter pot. And inside that I keep a couple Bics, keep my BRS stove, REI microfiber, and the fuel pod. And what I like to do, just because of that, you see that rust isn't good to eat. So I take that, just lay it on there, put your fuel canister in, that keeps the rattles down, and the bottom metal and the titanium not coming in contact. I always put my stove back there, fabric on fabric, long bic, short bic, and just kind of fold it over a couple times. When you put the lid on, it's all safe and secure, nothing can get damaged, nothing rattles. Nothing worse than a rattle when you're going down the trail. The next box would be for keeping you warm. These are good gloves for those, I don't know, 35 to 50 degree days. Got some wool gloves from the Army Surplus store. And from REI I have the black diamond mittens that open up to make gloves. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different face shields. This company is SA, fishing company out of Florida. Would be compared to what one would call buff. Then I have a bunch of hats. That one's got a balaclava, Carhartt. I bought this one because it was a little goofy. Actually works nice in the tent with the light on it. And a couple freebies. Now we're into the bigger boxes. Here's my Tyvek homemade footprint for my big AGNES copper spur HVUL1. Tents and stakes for the tent. Helionox Chair Zero. This is my KLYMIT 4.4 or 4.7 sleeping pad. And then I got this Z seat. It doesn't get used very much since I bought the chair. And that's just an old rain fly I should probably get rid of. This is my box of little stuff. I have a Browning pillow. Got some tar coated cordage here. That's nice for running bags up over limbs and stuff. It slides nice. I have 2 batteries and some cordage. Those have actually been retired because I got one big battery instead. I have my bear spray. This is a little ground cloth that's too little to be of any use. Got my bug net. Got some paracord. I have my Petzl headlight. Some cord scrap from my tent. Some more. I hate throwing away that reflective cord, but it's such small pieces, I don't know what I'll do with it. Got some duct tape. I always wrap up my bottles in tape. You can get 5 or 6 feet of tape around a 1 liter water bottle. It's amazing how handy that comes in. Here's the little chunk of cordage I take with me on the trip. And then we just got a bunch of little junk left in the box. Got some fire starter stuff, a couple extra stakes, a knife sharpener. This is my little day pack from Sea to Summit. Oh, the bug spray. This is the one that I actually take in my pack. Those others that you saw, I just fill up this bottle. Another box of assorted stuff. I have a TETON sleeping bag liner that's supposed to be like a 10 degree addition to your number. So like my 20-degree quilt, if I throw that in, it's supposed to give me a 10-degree comfort. This is my cordage and my stakes for my UST emergency shelter. I have some short gaiters. That brand's available at the Sportsman's Warehouse. I have a jacket and pants from Frog Togs that I absolutely never use. I bought them and they have never been put on. I bought these in a bind because they didn't have any good Catulas. And now that I'm holding this and thinking about it, I haven't seen my Catulas since my last hike about 4 weeks ago. I better get to looking for those. Due to time constraints, I will just tell you these are what they say they are. Sleeping bag, quilt, assorted clothing, which is mostly a lot of different socks and some sleeping clothes, and food. A quick look at this container under the table. I have my range bag. Behind that, a few knives and a hatchet. In here we have my earmuffs, a cleaning kit, and a couple hundred rounds of ammunition. That should really be a couple thousand rounds. And up here is all my alien gear holster setups. I have probably 8 or 9 different configurations that I will do a separate video on. Check back for that. Alright, so that's a look at all my gear and how I store it at the house. Thank you to my daughter for moving out and allowing me to have her old room to keep it in. If you have any questions on the gear, leave a comment below. And be sure and check back or hit that subscribe and notification because I'm going to do some more videos in particular on all my holster setups and that Helicon Tex fanny pack on the suspension system. And anything else you want to hear about, just let me know down below. Happy trails, everybody.